I'd like to call this regular council meeting to order. Councillor McDermott, would you read the land acknowledgement, please?
Thank you, Worship. We begin this meeting by acknowledging that the land upon which we are gathered is the traditional territory of the Adirondack, the Haudenosaunee, and the Anishinaabe people, including the Mississaugas of the Credit. We are the beneficiaries of ancient agreements such as the Dish with One Spoon between the Anishinaabe and Haudenosaunee, who agreed to share the abundance of the land through peace, friendship, and mutual respect. The two-row wampum by which the Haudenosaunee welcomed the settlers and agreed to share the land in mutual respect, and the Treaty of Niagara, considered a fundamental document by First Nations in all future relations and treaties with the British. We recognize that we have a responsibility to be stewards of the land in cooperation and collaboration with the Indigenous peoples, not only for one generation, but for all generations to come. We understand that we have an obligation to learn the lessons of our history, educate ourselves about the experiences of the Indigenous people, and seek opportunities to heal the wounds that will result in reconciliation with our Indigenous brothers and sisters. Many First Nations, Métis, Inuit people live and work in Fort Erie. We stand with all Indigenous people, past and present, in promoting the wise stewardship of the lands on which we live. We have the good fortune to live in a land of such abundance, diversity, and beauty. Let us be vigilant in protecting Turtle Island.
Thank you very much, Councillor McDermott. And would you all please rise for the invocation?
We meet to serve our community and endeavor to be worthy custodians of all that has been entrusted to us. Let us be concerned only for what will promote good government. May we bring to our council chambers minds that think and hearts that feel, so that in our deliberations we may display imagination, wisdom, and courage, and the will to do our work for the good of all.
Thank you. There is, the roll call.
Your Worship, all members of council are present.
Thank you. There is an addendum to this evening's agenda. One of the closed session items relative to the Bridgeburg North Secondary Plan Community Focus Group has been deleted because the request for members for that group is outstanding until early January. Just a few announcements. I can't believe that this is the last council meeting of 2025. Just seemed like we'd started this year only 12 months ago. Yeah. It's been an eventful year. We've had a lot of business openings in this community, from a large manufacturer like Siltech to many small family businesses. We've had significant residential construction, including a start on the new seniors building at Douglas Heights, also the opening of the new Gilmore Lodge, and the start of construction on the new Hospice Niagara facility. We've had a new commercial center starting in Ridgeway, and we've had the opening of a number of new parks and the refurbishing of a number of other parks. We've had successful conferences with meetings with provincial ministers at both the Ontario Municipalities of Ontario, Association of Municipalities of Ontario, and the Rural Ontario Municipalities Association. And we've had the unveiling of the Reimagining Douglas Memorial, which has been our initiative to try to improve healthcare, sustainable healthcare for the residents of Fort Erie, and to improve healthcare for the residents of all of Niagara into the future. And there's been much more. The community, again, this Christmas season has shown its generosity by supporting initiatives to provide food, toys, and clothing to those in need in our community, and I want to thank all of those organizations on behalf of council. Today, I attended a roundtable and an announcement by the Premier and the Minister of Tourism, where they announced a multi-billion-dollar strategy to make Niagara Region a world tourism destination. Those plans are multifaceted. They include not only attractions, but also transportation improvements, gaming, you name it, they've covered it, and their focus is the entire region. One of the projects that was highlighted by the Premier is the enhancement of the Millers Creek Marina and the potential construction of a resort there. And then finally, I want to on behalf of my family and council, wish everyone in the town of Fort Erie a very Merry Christmas. I want to wish all of the councillors and the staff here that as well, and a happy, a safe, and a prosperous new year. So with that, the next time we gather, it will be 2026. Are there any disclosures of pecuniary interest? There being none, we've got a couple of open houses that are coming up. One is an open house for an official plan and zoning bylaw amendment for 19 Derby Road. That will take place December the 18th, 2025, here in the atrium at Town Hall at 5 p.m. And on January the 8th, 2026 at 5 p.m. here in the atrium at Town Hall, there will be an open house for a zoning bylaw amendment for 825 Garrison Road. That takes us to the Regional Councillor's report. Good evening, Councillor Encina.
Good evening, Mayor Redekop, councillor, staff, ladies and gentlemen. The 2026 regional budget is nearing completion. It's anticipated to be finalized in January. The waste management budget will decrease by 1.15%, approximately $3 per average household. Niagara Transit budget has been set and will increase 6.76%, and with the boost of service in Fort Erie, along with holidays and Sundays. The wastewater budget will see an increase of 7.42%. All total thus far, property taxes will see an added annual $73, and that is without the general levy, which will be considered in January. The province has taken the responsibility, as everyone realizes, of recycling away from the region. And as you're all aware, circular materials is no longer required to collect recycling from industrial, commercial, and institutional locations. I would like to make sure that residents are aware that the Bridge Street landfill site in Fort Erie will still accept recyclables and hazardous materials. The cost of this service has been included in the 2026 waste management budget, so businesses or whomever can still bring all those items there. The coastal wetland program of the Niagara Parks is taking root and moving forward. Councillors may have seen trees being anchored along the shore of the Niagara River. These are acting as a shoreline protection system and also acts as a fish habitat for growth of the many species in the river. There was a grant that was received to perform all this needed upgrades. The 43rd Festival of Lights is well underway in Niagara Parks with many new interactive lighting systems. On a recent visit, I was amazed to see all the frozen mist on the trees and all the lights reflecting. It was really something to see. So if you get the chance, just take the drive. It's worth taking the kids. And that's about it. Through you, Mayor, on behalf of my family, I'd like to wish everybody a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and safe and healthy New Year.
Thank you very much, Councillor Encina, and I encourage you to continue on with that brief delivery of messages in 2026. Any questions of the regional councillor? There being none, then we have a couple of presentations and delegations this evening. The first is from Devin Morton, Supervisor of Development Approvals, with respect to proposed draft plan of vacant land condominium on Prospect and Hazel. Evening.